Jirak, if you can give me a brief overview of what occurred last session.
So, last session, we started off in the room we have supposedly chased Maclith into, marked by the symbol of the Dawn Father with elf corpses all over the place. We stole a couple of what's the word?
Acquisitioned.
There you go. We reacquired the blessing that the necklaces hypothetically give off. Got one for each of us, I believe. I think they're the symbol of Tal'Dorei, off the top of my head. And then, upon heading deeper into the prison, we headed into the main big chamber, 5 doors in every which direction, and a log of the occupants of this prison that we'd found ourselves in. We met the first one, the daughter of darkness, daughter of the Dark Mother, whose name I am forgetting. Is she Shah Azarazad, or was that, or is she Striga?
That's a completely different person.
Okay.
So you had her name was Kalia, daughter of the Dark Mother.
Okay.
The mother, aka known as Lolith.
Yeah. The god of the Drow, and overall maybe the worst person ever. I mean, you just read any book with the Drow in it. Oh, okay, right, she's just the worst. And there, well, we managed to acquire a magical item off of her in exchange for a cursed wooden mask that we had in our possession for some time. Jirak skipped down the hallway like it was his birthday, and then we met a big computer. And I'm going to be honest, I did have a little bit to drink that evening, so the details of that conversation fail me. But I do remember that Lana is now the warden.
Well, Lana's pseudonym is the Warden.
Yeah. Well, either way, Lana is referred to as the Warden by the computer that runs this place, which has taken the form of a giant face in the floor. And we also saw a big yellow crystal, which what did I say? I said I think it is where is it? I wrote them down. Striga secure looking away, because I think secure, or the Shah Azarazad, because it said encased and secure, and we saw a yellow crystal, and there's a running theme in this campaign of people being stuck in crystals. So that's my guess.
So just offhand, does anyone recognize or know the terminology translation of Shah Azarazad?
It sounds like someone with a stutter saying Charizard.
There is an official translation of what that means.
Don't speak
like
Elvish.
Scheherazade.
Shah Azarazad. Fucking hell.
What language is it in?
It's Hebrew, I believe.
Oh, I was looking up Orcish translator.
Okay. So basically, I'll tell you, it means King of Fire.
Oh dear.
Cool.
So, yeah, that was pretty much a nice roundup. You guys, you decided to continue as advised by the security AI of Palaram, to run a inventory check, if you like, of the residents of the prison. And it took you down one of the doorways, the hallways leading to a room. Let me just grab my note. So you enter a room that contains cells. There's a big open room, 2 very large chains hang from the ceiling and are secured to the ground below a staircase. You would assume that this is the holding cell's main room. The hallway opens up into a large room carved into the deep cave walls, high ceilings and raw stone. There's a dull white light now illuminates the room in front of you, and the stairway leading down. There is a large yellow crystal form, and either side of this yellow crystal are two white familiar crystals that sit either side of it. As you approach, the warden's necklace slowly pulls gently in the direction of the white crystal stones. So I'll take you to the map. Oh, anyone got
Was
any
it
issues
touching the
with
necklace
Roll20?
to the crystal what awoke the AI last time? Or am I imagining that?
No, the thing that woke the AI was Clarence throwing a stone.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
What did I do?
Threw a rock at it.
Did I?
No,
Apparently.
that's Thorfinn.
Oh, was it Thorfinn? I thought it was Clarence. Fair enough.
It's a very Clarence thing to do.
I mean, it is, but he was he controlled himself very well. He's been learning. As the story progresses, he's evolving.
Character development. He no
Exactly.
longer attacks everything he sees.
Well, it was either attack or run away.
So,
Nice.
yeah. Feel free to log in if you need to, Jack, just so you have a visual aspect if you want.
Oh, I already did. Oh, I see my thing crash. I'd switched over to a different tab.
Nice.
No, I like being able to see the rolls.
Okay, so let's move you guys there. So this is where you entered the large crystal form at the lower part of the stairs. You are being tugged in this direction, Lana.
Okay. I'll follow it and can I wait a moment to go look in the chest?
The chest does appear to have a lock. You can attempt
And
to
you've
open
got
it if you
lock.
like.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. So you approach the chest. You try opening it, and the lock doesn't budge.
Has anyone got lock picking tools?
I do.
Oh, do you fancy having a go?
He's going to say it's his hammer.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was going to.
As you're stood this close, Lana, you can hear a very subtle, quiet hum from the pale white crystal that looks very familiar to, similar to the ones that you saw in the security room, the security AI.
And it wants me to go to the one on the right.
It seems to it just seems to be tugging to the closest one. It's not pulling as in dragging you. It's just kind of subtly giving an indication.
Okay.
I
Okay.
felt that was very appropriate for the current situation.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'll touch. Oh, guys, shall I touch this against the crystal?
Fuck it. I mean, one of us is going to die today.
Don't.
So.
Please don't.
I
beg you.
If I do this.
I would
I
like to
beg you
put
don't
forward
do
the
this.
idea of us going back to the AI room and just having a nap, because I think we're all rather beaten. I've got no hit dice, literally no spells apart from a free hunter's mark. And I think we might need them to fight, the King of Fire.
Mm.
But if we take a long rest, we might miss Matt. That's the reason we've not had one yet.
Barricade the door. He can teleport.
What?
I don't know. The bodies that we found in the other room. Ask the spider to do it. Us. We just stand in the way. Take watch. Should be fine.
Are you allowing your necklace to take you closer, or are you discussing what's going on?
I'm holding it so it doesn't go any closer, and I'm just discussing as we.
Okay. The light that's within this pale white crystal seems to focus in a sort of a chest height manner towards where the necklace is, and the necklace is kind of almost I would say about 6 inches away from your chest, and just kind of withering as if it wants to touch the pale white crystal.
I mean, it wants to.
Okay, vote. Shall I do it, or shall I?
Let,
No.
let the
No.
crystal fulfill its destiny.
Okay, right. Talk to me about this barricading the door idea.
It's very simple, really. We ask the AI to notify us if anyone other than the people that are currently in the... Well, first we check if Maclith is here, and then we tell the AI, wake us up if anyone, goes in... If any new creature other than us and the people currently in the cells, is detected on your sensors or whatever the phrase would be, and we just go have a nap. And there's a break room with tables and chairs. We can move all the furniture in there, maybe barricade the door just so it gives us a bit of a head start, and then maybe be a bit out of the way in case he opens the door with a fireball, but otherwise...
Why don't I scribe the map, see where the hell he is, and then we'll decide from there.
That is not a bad idea.
Okay.
I've got a hunting trap I can use. I just put it on the floor,
Okay.
right in front of the door. So he steps on it.
I'm gonna move back to the group and start the ritual for scrying.
Okay. Go
Can I
ahead.
use your thing again, Summer?
Huh?
Can I use your staff or whatever, the silver thing that you have?
Yep.
Cheers.
Go for it.
So, you need to roll your Arcana check because this is not a raw spell for you. So, just do a standard Arcana just to see how potent it is. So you begin to reminisce the instructions given in order to cast a form of this spell. The feeling that you get to draw the magic or the power for this spell, it doesn't seem to work. It's almost like something's stopping it.
Right, yeah, that's a no-go. I'm going to throw her staff back at Summer and then back to the AI. But the AI said that there wasn't anyone else in here.
Exactly. So it would know if anyone else new showed up. I would hope.
Right, okay. Let's go back to the AI then.
Okay.
Does Macalif have anything unique to him? Any objects unique to him?
Big fuck off sword.
I'm pretty sure he has a key on him.
A key?
Mhm. On a necklace. I'm pretty sure.
As
I'm
you
almost
guys
pre-
are
I'm
stood here
almost sure.
discussing,
You've disappeared.
it did take you a short while to get to this room. It wasn't a standard
Hello?
through a door, you're in this room. As you are discussing this, you hear a
Oh, that's not good.
Unauthorized access.
Oh, fuck balls. Okay.
Unrecognized movement in the library. Unrecognized movement in main hall. Ooh.
Library's where we started. We need to
No,
retrace
the
our
main
steps
hall
sharpish.
is where you started.
Well, that's the first room we went into, right? Because there were books everywhere.
No, that was
Oh,
the
shit.
guards room and
Hello.
acquisitions. Hello?
I've literally heard nothing from the very first word you said.
Alarm's going off. Someone's here, and they shouldn't be apparently.
I'm gonna I'm making the executive decision for Lana. Just in general, she's gonna touch the medallion to the thing and then take it to the next room.
So as
Hopefully, your death is swift, so we
as
aren't held back
soon
for too long.
as the necklace, the holy symbol, touches the white crystal, the yellow crystal booms, and it turns completely translucent. It is now clear, and from within, you see a large winged figure.
Bye, guys.
A large
Bye.
red form within this crystal, still encased in this crystal, may I add. Gaunt and aged, like really, like old looking, gaunt, like the any kind of skin as like sucked into its skeletal look, but its body is muscular, ripped, like abs, and is really muscular.
Like one
It's
of those
got-
70-year-old bodybuilders who's
it's
got
got-
like 0% body fat, but really
absolutely
wrinkly.
that. Absolutely that. It's got bat-like wings and horns that shoot from up into upwards, and it slowly begins to open its eyes. You've seen something similar to this before.
Oh, you bastard. It's one of those fucking. Oh, fuck. I know what this is. I'm
And
pretty sure I know what this
as
is.
it opens its eyes and just sees you and begins to focus. Ah, visitors. How I long for company. It's been so very long. And he looks at you, Goplana.
Hi.
Welcome, Goplana,
Oh shit.
Jirak, Clarence,
Hello.
Thorfinn, and of course, Summer.
What have you done?
I don't
Why
know.
did you have to do it?
Because we got it random.
The alarm's still going off. We should probably see what that
You can
is.
still
Bye.
hear
Yeah,
like
it was nice to meet you.
that.
guys.
It's every so often you hear the hum. It's almost like it's expecting like a cancellation or some sort of recognition for it. But the you can now hear the alarm just very subtly.
Hi, they're just doing a general check of the prison. Can I just get your name quickly?
Kind of looks at you and smiles. It's like, you're not guards of Palaram.
No, but I'm just doing a general check. I'm now definitely the warden. I've been named. I'm just checking.
His palms like touch both palms against the inside of this crystal form. Fire burns from his hands as he touches the
Oh, you
crystal,
fuck.
and he just looks at you and says, "Your deception, lies, do not work with me. Your memories are like a book." And he looks at you, Jirak, and he kind of has this like teeth-bearing grin. My blood spear. I would ask if you are here to return it to me, but I know that you haven't.
No point really
dear.
asking them.
It seems I'm also not the first of my kind you've encountered.
Oh, it is as well. Is it an Oni or of that thing?
No. This when we fell through the mountain right before we met Thorfinn. There was another one of these. I think it was a female
With the girl.
in a big crystal. Yeah, and it looked like a small child, but then when it like revealed itself, it was actually a big scary demon lady.
Yep.
Or devil lady, one of the two.
Are they related?
Who knows? Do me a history check if you'd like to try and grasp the concept of what it is.
Yeah.
The only person who had any likelihood of knowing anything about devils
says
from
it's a devil?
hell.
It's because she's closed her eyes. She's like, nah.
Yeah,
Fuck
she's just
this.
in the other room. Just like, I wonder what they're talking about.
Oh, this is a nice wall. This one, yeah.
Summer, you may not know what this creature is, but there's one thing that you do know. It's not a devil.
That means it cannot be bargained with, and we should leave immediately.
Brilliant.
And as you're suggesting this, it's like, so you're looking for your brother Makalith, Summer?
Oh, you cunt.
I mean, every reaction he's kind of obviously reading to a fine detail. And he kind of looks at you all and is like, here's the deal. Release me
Bless you, child.
and hand me my spear. And I can turn your dreams into reality. Just give the command to release me. And I will be indebted to you.
Is he lying? I think he's being a bit of a liar.
Go ahead and roll me a insight check.
I don't trust you.
Hard to read.
I would just like to very quickly put this idea forward. Never in a million years. Okay, so this guy isn't a devil. We've confirmed he isn't a devil. That there's like then two things that he could be, and he's either a blood mercenary from the plane of Gehenna, on the fields of blood, also known as a Yugoloth, or he's a fucking demon. In which case, his very essence is to lie, deceive, and get his way no matter what. Also, I just got this spear. I don't want to hand it out. As Lana has stated, last time we tried to fucking, oh no, we'll do a deal with you. We then spent the next fucking 12 sessions trying to purge the world of the evil that was the fucking crawling king.
He's currently smiling and shaking his head. You are all wrong in your thoughts to my...
Are you Kavan?
No, dear child. I am what you would call an Ep30.
Oh, what?
An
Never
elemental
mind.
child.
Okay. Now we're talking. Okay. The Friti aren't that bad. They've got standards, they've got rules. They run the biggest city in this or any universe. They have some sense of structure at least. Better than a demon, but still not great.
I'd like to remind you all that Makalith is going to storm down this corridor any moment now, and we are currently trying to avoid making a deal with big winged creature. Should we go?
Yeah.
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 As you
Yes,
begin to
maybe.
walk away, as you begin to walk away, he says, "The spear will always get what it wants, regardless, Jirak." And
That's
he
what
kind
she
of
said.
sits back into his crystal, realizing that his words are not going to move your decision. And
As we walk
he
back,
does click his fingers, and the chest does unlock.
Lana's going back.
You're gonna get yourself
Wait, but
killed.
before she does, I would just like to I am all for personal liberty and taking things into your own hands, but just I'll give you a bit of advice. You know the whole concept of someone grants you a wish and then they twist the wording and it actually turns out to ruin your entire life?
Oh, yeah.
That's literally what these guys are known for.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
And that's why he said
please.
he will make your dreams a reality.
Yeah, I am aware of that, yes. So before Lana goes down the stairs, just going to say, whatever you ask for, he will ruin it, and it will be worse than anything you've ever seen in your life.
By the way, Lana, as you was at the bottom of that stairwell, you do notice that the room carried on past this area. So the room did continue.
Cool. I'm gonna go and check the chest. I'm not gonna touch anything in it. I just want to check what's in it and then decide what I'm doing from there.
Mm-hmm. So, sorry, was that your opening the chest? Or
Yes,
just approaching? So,
I'm gonna do it with the end of my bow though, so I don't actually touch it.
That's fine. As you approach and begin to open the chest, he says, "Consider it a token of goodwill, Goplana. I'm sure even if you leave me here, this won't be the last time we meet." And inside the chest, you can see that there is a potion with a lava-like liquid that seems to swirl on its own accord. You also see a pair of small braces.
For teeth.
And some leather armor that seems to have like a green, very subtle green shimmer. And he's now arms crossed and very bemused about what you may consider to be identifying these objects as you look at them.
He's what? Sorry, he's amused.
Oh yeah, he's completely entertained by you trying to work out or consider what these items are.
Okay. The corridor goes on this way. We need to go this way anyway. Quick group meeting, very quickly. If I touch these, am I going to get cursed again?
Is it worth the risk?
Yes.
Yes.
You fuckers. I've got no... Oh, no, you know what? Have this conversation on your own. I've got no feet to stand on. I risked everyone's lives for this fucking sphere.
I mean, you're discussing this out loud, and even if you wasn't, you'd still get the same response. He says,
"We're in a small huddle."
He can
disguising
read
our
every
voices.
single thing that you're saying without you even moving your lips. He says, "No harm will come to you, Goplana," with a very a very cocksure side smile.
It's a token, it's not an exchange, yes?
No strings attached.
Fine, I'm taking the objects.
You know how to use them, I hope.
Give me a quick rundown. That would be great.
Maybe that's too easy.
Cheers.
And I would like you to roll me a persuasion check, please.
Oh dear.
Fair enough. Seems that you've got a long path ahead of you. The potion is a potion of fire breath. The braces are braces of defense. And the leather armor is resistant to poison.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take them and chuck most of it into the bag of holding, and then I'm going to give the potion to Clarence.
Remember, Goplana, what I have done for you here.
I remember as a token of goodwill, and we'll see you possibly if you ever get out of that crystal. Cool, let's go, guys.
So says, good luck. And then, like, louder says, Warden of Palaram.
Yeah, whatever.
So which way are you going, guys?
I mean, back to the entrance, right?
There's another way down that way.
I'm hoping it just links up here. But yeah, either way, the alarm's still going off. There's still someone at the entrance.
There is a
and we could just be...
continued notification you hear emanating from the pipes around you. You hear, attempted breach in Max Holding. Unknown movement, unregistered.
To get to Max.
In guard facility.
Start running.
Yep.
That's 2 locations of movement.
So max security and guard room. Well, we know where the guard room is, so we go there first, so we're not floundering around in the darkness.
No, because the dark room, that Spider Woman's gonna get her. The Max Holdings facility is the more important thing.
Yeah, but like, what if there's 2 things, right? What's worse? Either because if we head to Max Holding, we might not even know the way there, so we might get lost on the way there. I say we try and get one victory, and it's not that much of a detour. It's only 1 room separate from the main entrance. Either way, we need to get back to the main, like, central door, the room with the 5 doors coming out of it. So
If we go up there, we're gonna have to fight.
yep.
And none of us are good.
I think this is probably the best time to start doling out magical items. Get ourselves juiced up.
What we got?
Well, those braces, for one, would do wonders for Summer or Clarence.
I was going to say, Tal'Dorei, take them.
Yeah, go for the braces for Clarence.
Well, Summer, what's your AC?
I have no idea. Give me a sec.
Something tells me it'll be better than yours, Clarence.
13.
That's worse than me.
Wait. What's your wisdom modifier?
3.
What's your dex modifier?
3.
You've got AC 16.
You fucking joking me?
No.
That's bullshit.
You need to change the settings on the options page you see. You're a monk. That's like the reason monks don't wear armor is that they get to... Whatever.
You know what? I'm just going to go, like, throw myself out the window now. I've literally been playing with 13 AC for months.
And you meant to have been having 16. Nice.
God
Nice.
damn it.
Oh, does that mean that I'm not going to tally anymore for Summer's death tally?
All of a sudden, she figures out how to use her unarmored
That's
defense.
literally why I've been going down so
I'm
much.
on 11.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
I knew there was a reason I liked listening in on this.
By the way, what's your AC Clarence?
15.
I say give it to the boy.
Yeah.
And give it to the small one.
Give it to me.
He tends to be mobbed more often.
Yeah.
He likes to run straight in.
So the armor of poison resistant is leather armor. It's still 11 AC plus Dex, but is resistant to poison.
Lana will take that if that's all right.
We haven't got anything else that we need handing out, do we?
What have we got in the bag of holding?
We've got the Mask of Indeterminate Faces, but we'll get rid of that because we gave it to Spider Lady. Let's see, we've got +1 longbow, +1 trident, shitloads of potions. I think we should hand those out. Potions of healing, potion of radiant resistance, potion of invisibility, heroism could be good. And we've also got those magic gems, but I don't know how well we can use those. They take a while to charge up, I think.
Can anyone use the chain shirt?
If that's just a regular chain shirt, then that's just medium armor. If anyone desperately needs it.
Maybe Thorfinn?
I think that it depends what his dex modifier is. Does anyone have access to Thorfinn's sheet?
They will do.
Because if his dex is only +2, then he's lucky. Because it would probably actually be better than whatever he's currently wearing.
So Summer now has access to that sheet. Summer. His
Wait, what?
Dex mod is currently 2. His AC is currently 13. So he's wearing leather armor. What AC is the chainmail again? Chain
It
shirt.
doesn't say.
Chain shirt. He's AC 13 plus Dex, so would give him an additional 2 to his AC, so that make him 15.
Might be worth giving him that for now, and then if he's not fond of it, he can always take it off later.
Summer, you're piloting, so.
Hello.
Can I take
Why?
the potion of beard growth?
You're taking the potion of beard growth.
Yep, that's really going to help me.
Are you drinking it?
It depends how long it lasts for.
You'd have to drink to find out, I guess.
Do we have more than one?
Nope.
Then I'm not going to drink it yet. I'm going to wait until we go to like a strip club or a pub or something, and I have to look older.
Christ. Trials.
Fuck it, I'm going to drink it.
So you drink
fucking
it, and it tastes like cherryade. Like it's very like rich, sugary, kind of
Diabetic.
yeah, and nothing seems to happen at first, and you're to the point where it like takes so long that you're almost like doubting that it was what it said on the tin.
Okay.
And then your face, your cheeks, and your chin begin to itch like really badly. And you start to scratch, and your face, like when you scratch like a certain area over and over, it just gets redder and redder. And then everyone seeing you just like frantically scratching your face, you see whiskers of hair begin to sprout, and this beard just develops very rapidly, and it's black with like white bits in it, so it's already grayed, and it goes down to about your belly before it stops growing.
Yes.
That sounds like something out of a horror film. That sounds genuinely horrible. Someone watching someone's beard grow in real time. No thanks.
Do I look like a dwarf with dwarfism?
You look like an old gnome.
Can someone pat my bed?
Can we do it a bit later?
We're meant to be running.
We need to run.
You're running back to the main hall, correct?
Oh.
With the doors poking out of it, yeah. We have to go through that either way, as far as I understand. I think max security is like the last door on the right.
But we're taking the long way, because this will get us there eventually, but we're just taking the long way around. The quick way there is going to give us imps and help.
So you're just going straight there, you're not... Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just... what do you mean, the quick way there?
So when we were talking to the AI, I was like, can we get a path there? And he said, I've got the medallion will show us the way.
Oh, so you want to go to the library? Sorry. Going back to the main hall is literally just back the way you came. If you wanted the quick route, because he suggested you could either go straight to the library, which it would indicate you through the centered door, or he was requested that you at least check in on the residents were still secure for your own peace of mind, taking a full inventory of who is still here. Hence why the necklace almost swayed you to say go that way, but it was also giving a stronger indication of the quicker route to the library.
But which way is it to max security? Did we get that from the AI?
Back through the main hall. So where the 5 doors were.
There we go then. Is it like... Did we get the impression it was literally just like one room off of the...
From where you are, it was a hallway and a door. Mm-hmm. That's it. There was no left turn, right turn, or anything like that. It was literally a hallway. You walked down for about a minute or so, and then you came to the area you're in now.
But to get to max security, that is that separate from this area entirely, not even attached to it.
Max is like from here. It would probably be quite a ways to get there, but. Well, at least a travel to get there.
I think that is higher priority than anything else. But if we go past any of these other areas, then I say poke our head in at the very least to see who's there or what's there.
Right then. Let's run.
Okay. So you find your way back to the main hall. As you re-enter the main hall, your necklace, sorry?
We're doing this sneakily.
Okay, good to know. In that case, each roll your stealth checks for me.
Yes, let us barge straight in there when there's everyone waiting for us.
You're gonna have to roll it for me because my computer is not connecting to anything.
Sorry, what?
My
Oh,
laptop
stealth.
isn't connecting to anything, so I can't do anything.
Refresh.
I have. It won't even connect me to the internet anymore. It's just saying that it.
What do you like?
I was going to say I have advantage from my fancy boots, but it didn't help.
Oh, this pisses me off now. Fucking stupid.
Oh, why have I done sleight of hand? That's not right. Both times. Pretty sure I clicked stealth. Same modifier there, so it doesn't matter. And whoa, yeah, let's re-roll that one. Cool. Okay. No reaction as you each come through here. You feel that you've been stealthy enough not to make anyone aware of your presence in the main hall. As you already know, door number 1 takes you through to the guards area, but the warden's necklace is pulling you quite strongly to the center door, which is door number 3. While you're in the main hall, you can roll a perception check if you like. Okay. Jirak, as you enter this room, from the main door, you can see a singular footprint, just 1 foot, that is a print that is blood.
Okay, whereabouts is that? From the main big door?
Literally right by the main big door, and it faces inwards, so it's coming in to this room, but you see 1 print, and it's bloodied.
Bloody footprint. Okay, but there's then nothing past that.
Nothing else past that.
I have a feeling someone started flying or died as they stood.
It's almost like someone went into the room like 1 foot and then went, oh shit, and then kind of stepped back. But
Gotcha.
it's hard
Okay,
to,
yeah.
it's hard
There's
to
like
tell.
a little like divot where it's spinned round almost.
Nope.
Oh, okay. It's literally just a single
solid,
foot on the floor.
solid, pure footprint of like a boot, if you like, that's has congealed blood left in its place.
Well, that's weird. Right, the alarm said there was someone in here. Right, it said main chamber, guard room, and max holding and library. Well, we can see there's no one in the main entrance, at least anymore, which is good to know. But I'm gonna, with my 29 perception, if it carries over, I'm gonna go take a look at the just poke my head around the corner for the guards room.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move my token back up here.
So yeah, as you enter, I will allow the 29's good solid roll. So looking into the room, you see a handprint on the wall, a singular handprint, again just completely congealed with blood left in its place, nothing else. But as you enter the room, you do hear unregistered movement Holding cell. Main room. Ooh.
Now, holding cell. This is a prison, so I imagine there's more than one. Is that referring to the spider one, or do we not know?
The spider room was a items of interest room. So items that were confiscated from residents, you learned this already, would be stored here until their release or another location for them to be held at would be found.
Okay, and it's definitely not the AI room, I'm guessing, because it's not exactly holding anything.
That would be the security AI room. The rooms that you was in while speaking to the Ep30 would appear to have been a main holding cell area.
Uh-oh.
How the fuck did it get past us, whatever it is?
No, how the fuck did he get out?
Oh, shit.
You guys.
Someone snuck past and fucking let him... Oh, dearie me. I put the spear in the bag of holding. This isn't good. Okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. Is there any way we could get like a very brief overview from the AI? What are doors 4 and 5 / what do they lead to?
Hello, computer.
Are you just shouting this out?
Is there any like is there any like speaker system
any kind of relay like sound that you can hear coming from an alert or a notification seems to be coming or emitting from like pipes like in the wall that seem to be like placed in certain areas and seems to be emitting the sounds.
I'll shout into a pipe.
It's like those pipes you get like at children's playgrounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's hope it's two-way.
Yeah. Hello, computer.
Nothing.
It's not two-way, is it? Right. Okay. Fuck it. Let's just go down number 3. That goes to max holding.
Okay.
Anyone else? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, but how did they get past us? Whatever. Okay, you have to stop running.
This is such a good idea.
You're a dick.
So going down doorway 3, correct?
Oh shit! Is everything else being released as well? Oh shit! It is, isn't it? That silence is telling. Oh no!
You guys are too easy.
Can I put like a very small, like, you know how when you want to see if someone's opened a door, you put a bit of tape over the door frame, and like if it snaps, yeah. Can I do that for doors 4 and 5, like a bit of string or something small enough that it won't be noticed, but not big enough to like actually set off any traps, and very just like sort of haphazardly placed, so they might not notice it.
Sure.
Just to see if anyone goes in or out.
Sure. You take a minute or two to do this. You just literally like a bit of thread that you have loose or have pulled off of like a piece of common clothing or something. Yeah, sure.
Just to check. Right. Now let's get running.
Door number 3.
From whence we came.
So you begin to run down a small hallway. You find yourself at the top of a stairwell, quite in ruin or disrepair, so it's a bit tricky, but you manage to... You could walk down it without an issue. It just seems that it's deteriorated through age. In this room, you see that there seems to be glass windows, although they're not... It's not like attached to anything. You can see the raw stone beyond the windows, and again a bookcase with extremely decayed looking books, and there's a barred gate at the end of one corridor, and you can see what seems to be like likely an air shaft or like a ventilation shaft. That you can feel a very slight cool breeze emanating from the top of the shaft, and a very long staircase that leads down into a bit more of a darker environment.
Found the library.
We can loot later.
There's not enough books here to warrant it being called a library.
Well, yeah, I agree with Lana. We can loot later when we're not upon threat of death.
Okay.
As much as I want the stuff, let's go.
Maybe something to regret later on. So you continue down the stairwell?
Yep.
Yep. Wonderful. Give me 1 second to set up.
Oh dear, that link didn't work.
Yeah, coffin. That's promising. Yeah.
Okay, so you come to the bottom of the stairwell, and there seems to be a much smaller confined room. Yes, there is a broken coffin. Doesn't seem to have ever housed anything dead, but the pathway leads to the left and straight ahead. And as you come to the bottom of this stair, you do hear woo. Unregistered movement. Security AI.
No.
How the fuck?
Shit.
You can go up and check your thread if you like.
I wouldn't have put one in front of the AI. I would have put it in on 4 and 5 because we would have heard about it if someone had been, because we don't know what's down 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you can see if that thread's been broken.
if it's like literally around the corner, like takes 10 seconds to look, then I will. But otherwise,
No, it's been a little bit of a walk.
Yeah, I will. Well, I'll continue with everyone else then.
Again, the notification. Ooh. Max holding breached. Max holding breached. Conducting relocation.
Relocation.
Please stand by.
Is that relocation of the prison or its occupants? Oh dear.
So, left or right, left or straight ahead, guys?
Which way's the thing pulling me?
Straight ahead.
Then we'll go straight, I guess.
Okay, as you approach, I do need you to make a perception check, please. Okay. You do notice that the staircase ahead of you is severely worn to the point that it is ramp-light. At least half of the stairwell is worn away completely. So, as you did roll and managed to see it, you can have advantage on your dexterity check in order to get down the ramped portion of the stairwell.
Don't fuck me.
Good enough.
Yes.
So
Slide time.
You manage to kind of like sit down, almost like you're willing yourself to slide, and you stop yourself with the heel of your foot on the halfway mark where the steps begin to reform, taking no damage. For the rest of you, dexterity checks.
Boy. Dexterity.
Okay.
And Kega. Oh.
Okay. You still having issues, Summer?
Kind of, yeah. Everything's
it does
just
sound it.
breaking. 1 minute it's the laptop, 1 minute it's my phone. I don't know.
I will do your dex.
Ow.
It's always fun rolling with advantage.
So, Jirak, as you go to slide down, you try and copy the same position that Goplana did, but your ankle hits slightly awkward on the lower portion of the step. Same as for you, Summer. So, Jirak, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall awkwardly. And some of you take 4 points of damage. So just note this down for when your sheet is ready again, if you need to reboot or whatever the case may be. So you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as your feet land a bit too firm. You know, when you kind of jump off something too high and it hurts the bottom of your feet. But it's to the point where you think you may kind of be at the brink of a sprain or...
Nice.
So, at the bottom of the stairs, at the bottom of the stairs, the hallway does continue straight ahead. It also continues to the left. There, at the bottom of the stairs, there are a series of stone statue idols. Their faces have deteriorated and worn to the point of them being unrecognizable. Your necklace is tugging you into the room to the left.
I'm going to poke my head around the room to the left because I see a vague crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to go straight in, I'm just poking my head around.
Mm-hmm. In this room, let me find my notes again. So you find that this room seems like an element of a place of rest, like a crypt-like area, but there are no coffins here. Instead, there are burial points within the walls here. In the middle, there is like a floating chamber of stone that seems to be hovering there, and in the center on top there is a pale blue glowing orb in the center, and next to it there are two white glowing crystals that you recognize to be the way to interact with the controls, if you like, of this room.
Anyone fancy saying hello?
What bets do we have on the on which one this is?
Well, we've got done. So we've either got Gygax, Rhaegar, Arug, Athos. He was captured holding an orb.
Ah, then perhaps this orb is his. Or hers, I don't judge.
It can always also be Mork, Lork, and Dave.
Oh no, they're definitely in the Max holding.
Are they the head things, you think?
I reckon Mork, Lork, and Dave are some kind of three-headed,
Cerberus.
disgusting lich monster. Yeah. Oh my god, they're the three heads of the Cerberus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's a no then.
I don't know why I didn't come up with that.
Mate.
So, yeah, what you're doing, your necklace again is kind of pulling you gently to the interaction stone. And beyond this, the hallway does sort of continue a little bit further as well, beyond this point. What are you guys doing?
Do we come back later?
What if it's a way down? Like, Chamber of Secrets kind of shit.
Why don't you try and communicate with the AI thing and ask it if we're going the right way?
Is there any points where the noise is coming from again?
There are tubing within this room also.
She's gonna shout down it again. Computer.
You hear a boom from behind you, and one of the crystals, the light is focused again at chest height, like the other one did.
Okay. Hello, computer.
Boom. And it just
Hi there.
focuses again.
Are we going the right way to get to the max holding?
It does like a pulsating, and then it just redistributes the light through the whole crystal. You don't really get a response.
Well, that sorts all our problems. Great. Thank you for that.
Your necklace is still gently pulling you towards the stone.
Oh, I'll touch the bloody stone.
As you approach and you allow it to touch, the light again focuses into the center, and the glowing orb, the blue pale orb in the center of the room, seems to rotate, and you can hear it kind of grinding the stone beneath it, and a projection of a form emits from the stone, and it is a huge blue dragon.
Called it.
What is going on? Who are you?
We're the current wardens of this place and guard.
Get the clipboard out.
New. I've been here for centuries. No appeal, no trial. I demand to be released. Unless that's why you're here. Am I being released?
Unfortunately, not at this point, but appealing process is definitely on the cards for you.
We just need to know your prisoner ID to
Yeah,
continue.
been a while, you see.
Part
Thanks
of the
for
referral process.
New
GDPR these days.
Things lost in the system.
I'm the storm dragon they call Agaruthus.
Okay, that's 3 out of 6. We've seen half of what this dungeon has to offer.
Warden, eh?
Yes.
Maybe you can see reason. I don't belong here.
No.
I belong with my family, my child.
Probably not a child anymore.
Oh no. No. He's the persuasive one. That's lovely. How old's your child now?
What's your child's name?
I wasn't there for his naming,
That is
but
a
his father was a mighty beast.
Well,
Does
that's
his name begin
sad.
with B?
Mama?
Hey, Jurak,
Please.
how are you holding up with the
No, Jirak is keeping his mouth shut. He saw the apparition, went, "I'm going to ruin this," and just walked out into the main hallway.
I will do anything. Anything. Just remove the orb. Take me to high ground. Break me free. This is...
Lana's just going to touch the medallion on the stone again, see if it will turn back.
Literally, it just goes... and the projection's gone.
Excellent choice, Lana. Let us continue.
Oh shit.
That does actually seem legit.
Dragons have no empathy for anyone, let alone their own
You
children.
can hear from, like, within this, like, orb, you can hear, like, a... Goom, 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 goom. There's clearly, like, movement within trying to either get out or get a reaction. As you retouch and close it back off, the emission from the stone kind of goes boing. Warden, is there anything you need?
Oh, are we going the right way to get to Max Holding?
You are on the path.
Fabulous. How many people are down in Max Holding?
1 unregistered movement. Since breach of max holding. No.
Since
2 unregistered moving in max holding. There is a
Including
3rd
the Cerberus?
unregistered moving in the main hall.
this is Mackleth and all his fucking clones. He's got them all over the place.
Shit.
There, what was it? Was it him and 4 of them, or 4 of them in total?
Are you asking this?
No, I'm theorizing out of character.
There was 4 duplications of Mackleth that you witnessed run in different
so
directions.
total of 5 Mackleths stood
No,
side by
total
side.
of 4.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. So the real 1 and 3 images. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Is one of the unregistered movements the Cerberus itself, or are they entirely intruders?
You'd have to ask the AI.
I ask Lana to ask the AI that.
Lana, yeah, like that.
Teamwork.
One second. Sorry, what are you asking, Goplana?
Oh, what Jurak said.
Is the of the intruders that are in the max holding, is one of them the Cerberus, or are they
Residence prisoner known as Cerberus of Batar. Still asleep.
all... Okay, we have an upside. However, that means we're going to have to fight minimum 2 people when we get down there. Tally ho.
Can
Let's get
have
moving.
all of it?
Sorry, repeat that.
Is there a visual of the Max Holding that we can see?
Visual representation of Max Holding, not possible.
We tried.
We'll just have to be super sneaky.
How's that gone for us in the past?
You hear a boing, 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 boing. One moment. New registered guard.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Name that guard, please.
What would your name be?
Oh, you fucker!
What would the name you would have given the AI as your guard name, Jack?
Probably just his own.
Okay. Guard name registered as Jack.
I'm gonna kill him.
I mean, he probably would have registered as Handsome Jack, to be honest.
Right. Can you tell him that Lana says get his ass down through floor 3? Don't stop to look at the features on the walls and just get down here.
You see the swirling of the pulsating of the light of trying to register, and you hear through the notifications, guard known registered Handsome Jack, please report to warden in holding cell 4 lower deck, aka
Go down.
the crypt.
God.
Guard,
Can you go through the
known
middle?
as Jack, is en route now.
Kill the fucker.
If it's been him the entire time, I'm gonna throw a fucking fit. Exciting.
And you kind of hold on about 5, maybe max 10 or so minutes. And
During that time, can we make a banner that just says intervention? And just have all of us just stood there with crossed arms.
you do begin to hear the casual walking of a very confident Handsome Jack, and as he becomes more visual to you, he is like, have you ever seen Carrie, the horror film? From top to bottom, he is caked in congealed blood. He doesn't look particularly happy about it, and there's clear signs of him trying to clean it off, but he is caked.
Oh shit, no.
Handsome Jack, you start your descent from the stairs to join the others.
Jeez, is this really the only? Have you guys really only made it this far? I mean, I've been gone, what? It feels like.
Oh, we've been busy. Shut your goal. Where have you been anyway? You buggered off in the middle of the night.
Whose blood is that?
More importantly, what have you been?
No. Hear me out. Whose blood is that?
I had some business to take care of in the area.
Are they a humanoid?
I mean, they had 2 hands, 2 legs, a head. Generally, where they would be on most.
Are they from hell?
I mean, they're probably there now, but
I am going to not so subtly start mopping some blood off and licking a cloth soaked in the blood.
You're licking it?
Yep.
Wonderful.
Oh.
So that I may appease Kavan.
Good to know.
This is an entirely logistical thing. I'm not doing it out of pleasure.
No, that's fine. There may still be.
I feel like I've missed a few things.
Been a couple days.
Okay,
Well,
guys.
now that I'm here, we can probably get done whatever you guys have been lollygagging about. Which way are we?
I've forgotten how much I actually despise you. Wonderful. Let's go this way.
You continue down the hallway?
Yep.
Wonderful.
Want me to track my token onto the map?
Yes, you can. Okay. You continue down the hallway a few moments and you find yourself at the top of a very high staircase that seems to descend into darkness. As you approach the staircase, a few glowing orbs of pale white light emit the room, and you can see that there are a dozen or so bookshelves. Let me just do.
Ooh. That's really cool.
From the top of the stairs, from your perspective, you can see that this whole room seems to be a library, and you can see that to your left and slightly behind round the corner there is an archway that seems to have a continued hallway that continues down.
I don't think now is the time for reading.
I'll spend time in here later.
It's going to be a very slow journey back to the top.
Yeah.
But Nick, just an out of character question. I'm trying to build a small flow chart so I can keep track of where the fuck we are. Is this door number 3 or door number 4?
This was door number 3.
Okay, so was the Ifrit down door number 4?
Sorry?
The Ifriti.
The Ep30 was down door number 5.
Down door number 5.
As far
Gotcha.
as you know.
Okay, he was down door number 5. Good.
As you reach the top of the stairs, by the way, another notification alert. Ooh. Relocation in 10 minutes. And you start to feel a very slight rumble through the stones.
Oh.
I'm gonna run back to the pillar and go, computer.
Yes, Warden.
What does relocation mean exactly?
Relocation of current destination of Dungeon of Palaram will be relocated to Western,
Oh,
Whitestone, or Emon.
No. Which one are we going to?
Current location has been set to Whitestone.
Okay, cool. We got no ties there. Let's go.
How far away from the city centre does the dungeon appear?
I'll ask that for him.
Yeah. Does it just appear right there? Just fucking slap back in the middle of the town.
No, it's quite a ways.
Okay,
one moment,
it's
just-
in the hills or something.
Yeah,
That's-
it's not obvious.
less worrying.
So otherwise, you just travel to Whitestone to be able to find out where we are. You're probably looking at where the lake meets the forestry area. The big river, sorry. I forget where that place is. Is it begins with T, I think. Let me find my notes. Hold on.
If I ask the AI for exact coordinates, would that come through?
Maybe not.
What reference would there be Like, use those for like GPS things. I'm not sure.
It's not terribly far from Thirst. Or Turst, sorry.
Oh.
Because
Okay, so it's more halfway between Whitestone and Western.
Yeah.
Okay.
we could. Oh no! If it's only 10 minutes, shit. Okay, never mind. Cool.
By the way, it's a bit of a bloody hike. It's like a week and a half if we were to go by foot.
Right. Oh, thank you, and I'll run back again and go. Right. Okay. We're going to possibly Whitestone. Right. Let's go.
I've always wanted to see what a gun looks like.
So you're heading down the staircase, correct? Straight through the hallway. Wonderful.
Cool. Do it in
Good to know.
pieces.
Leave you guys there while I sort out this. Do.
Oh shit.
That's a big chains.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Really, that was the first thing you saw.
What? No, because I started panned off to the right, so I could only see like a chain and a crystal, and now, yep. Now I see the big guy himself. Oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
Oh boy. This is going to be so fun with no fucking cells.
So.
We're all gonna die.
At least I've got action surge. I'm saving that for when I inevitably have to pick someone up and just fucking dash action run away. Because it will happen.
So.
I've got like a contingency plan of what I want for my very last spells, and then
So.
Fireball, upcast to 5th level, centered on cell.
The library leads to another hallway. Beyond that, you can hear a humming. You enter a large room with hanging blood-red drapes, 2 thick chains that hang from the ceiling, and 4 crystals that seem to have no light emanating from them. They surround the room. In the middle, a dome of energy and a huge sleeping Cerberus. As you approach, you can see Macalith in the center of this energy dome, stood by the Cerberus. He turns, hearing your approach. I told you to go home. Macalith begins to walk towards you, his sword in his hand, and you notice a figure laying next to the Cerberus.
oh,
Do you want to make a perception check?
who? All of us?
If you like. It's up to
A
you.
figure laying on the floor. Shael, I know it. Traitor all along.
That would have been a great idea. Jirak, the person laying on the floor next to the Cerberus, is also Macalith.
Oh, he's asleep, trying to wake him up.
Can,
Fucking
can
cunt.
I attempt to stealth behind?
You can attempt to stealth, yeah.
Likely hasn't seen me with this group before.
Mhm.
and I would like to use one of my superiority die to, with my ambush maneuver to add to it.
Okay, good to know. As that's going on, wonderful. You feel invisible.
So 32 total.
Yeah, I would confidently say that you are not visible.
Oh, wait. I have to roll with disadvantage wearing plate mail.
So, as this is going on, Macalith does approach and begins to walk towards you. It's still a fucking good roll.
Jesus Christ.
I love the way you
32 with disadvantage.
You can build my next character.
That's not a build. That's just fucking luck. Rolled a 16 and a 17. No, 18 and 19.
You've still got a
That's
+8
insane.
as well.
That's just rogues.
So he approaches, walks towards you. Oh fuck! My notes keep hiding behind the page I'm looking at. He passes the barrier threshold and stands ready for you all. You can't stop. This is going to happen. So go now. And he looks at you, Jarak, and you can see a very slight, woeful look in his eye. He says, I'm sorry, Jarak.
If you're sorry, you wouldn't be doing this.
He makes a swift movement with his blade. You can make a dexterity check if you wish.
Oh dear. Character sheet's got an AWOL. Here we go. A dexterity check or dexterity save?
A dexterity save, please. Sorry.
Oof, 16.
Okay, one moment. Yes, advantage as well. Does 22 hit?
AC 19, yeah.
For 5 points of slashing damage.
That's alright, that's not too bad.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof. No. Don't have anything for advantage, no. 10.
Sec. And do you have any advantages against being frightened?
I am known as Jirak the Brave.
Shit.
I haven't used them the whole campaign, but you can have an inspiration dice for that.
Thank you very much. Can I use it to re-roll the save that I need to
No.
not be frightened? Balls.
But you are currently frightened.
Okay.
Well, shit.
And I need you all to roll initiative.
Brilliant. Oh, I didn't click my token.
I am not looking forward to this.
I'm going to use another superiority die and add it to my initiative with ambushes.
Okay.
Good.
Bring this out. What the
Bless you, child.
frick was that?
Powerful.
Senor DM,
See.
can you tell me again how to get my miniature out?
Not the name, but the 3 lines. Sorry, hold on. Maybe I've got that wrong. Sorry, it's not the 3 lines, it's the name. Drag it into the...
Yeah, it's not doing it.
Where are you? There. How about that?
That's perfect. Thank you.
Are you back working, Summer?
Yes.
Yeah, can you take... oh, you have done. Wonderful, thank you.
Sweet.
Are we all rolled? The other thing just to point out, Summer,
Yeah.
Eben by your side is cowering like he is afraid, but you notice that there's like a weird shifting to his form. It's almost like he's blurred, like your vision is like out of focus while you look at him.
Oh,
It's a good thing, kind of.
okay.
I mean, he's shitting his pants, but hey.
Precious little kid in meow.
Okay, so just to put things into perspective, Jirak being there as he was attacked out the barrier. Come on, there we go.
Cheap shot.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, so Summer, it's your turn.
First off, I'm going to turn to Lana and say, look out for Eben, then cast invisibility on her.
On Goplana.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I'm going to fucking run for that barrier.
You're going to try and run to the barrier.
I'm going to try and run through it.
Okay. So you've got movement to do so as you approach the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
One moment. You take 7 points of force damage as you are knocked prone.
So I don't get through.
Nope.
Bullshit.
And you're prone.
You're a dick. You're a dick.
Yeah, so that faint white circular line around the room is the barrier.
Oh.
And it is dome-like. Anything else? Any other bonus actions or attack or anything? You still got, well, you're prone, so I would probably say you may have about 5 feet worth left after getting up.
Yeah, I'll get up. Move a little bit towards this guy. This one Macalith.
Mm-hmm.
And then try and hit him.
Okay.
Oh.
The 24 will hit.
Nice.
And this is with your quarterstaff, correct?
Yes.
Which is now a magical item, correct?
Oh, we will.
Wonderful, good to know. Okay. Anything else from you?
Mm, no.
Did I take it? Did I take it? Did I take it? I'm just looking at my spells. No, I think you're good. Okay. Handsome Jack.
All right. Reaching from where
I mean, if you're classing yourself behind that crystal, you would have full cover, but peeking around, you could probably get him from there.
All right. In that case, I'm going to rush him before he has time to notice me.
Okay. Well, you definitely have the advantage.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 would just hit.
Then he tripped.
And is this a magical attack?
No, it's just my fists.
Okay, good to know.
So that is 31 damage on the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd like to use my bonus action to try and grapple him.
Okay. Contested, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, you're probably going to get this. Hello? Oh, that was a nat 20, and it still failed.
So I have him grappled then?
Hold on.
Or are you giving him the nat 20?
He's got mobile. Does mobile restrict that? No, I don't think it does. Just
Helps you avoid
increases-
opportunity attacks, but I don't think
No,
it
it's
stops you getting grappled.
fine. No. Yep. Even with nat 20, you can't beat that because the mix is. So, yeah,
All right.
he's currently
So
grappled.
Grappler feat. Because of my grappler feat, I have advantage on someone I'm grappling. So, second attack, still with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And because he's surprised, was it just the first hit that's an automatic crit, or is it all of my attacks?
I think it's the first.
All right. But I do still get sneak attack because I have advantage. And then I'll go ahead and action surge for 2 more swings.
Okay, good to know.
Oh, and when he gets grappled, and each time I hit him with an unarmed attack while he's grappled, he takes extra damage.
Okay.
Oh, ignore the sneak attack on those ones, though.
So, who we have?
Well, that one's a crit either way.
Wonderful.
Jesus.
I think that one will miss, though.
Yes, that does miss.
Oh, and double damage there.
Okay.
All right, so I'll go ahead and add this all up for you.
Wonderful.
That's 77 points of bludgeoning damage. Non-magical, of course. And that is what I built this character for.
Punching someone in the face a whole bunch of times. It's really
Out
noble
of
art.
nowhere.
You just
And,
jumped him. You just freaking jumped backlid, basically. That was brilliant.
And yeah, I think that's it for my turn.
Okay. So it is Macliff's turn. He is going to as you are like holding him, he just looks at you cold. You can kind of gives a slight smile, just enough that you can see like his fiendish teeth. He is, where is he on your map? I'm pretty sure I can get everyone. 1, 2. Oh no, he can't get everyone, but he can definitely get Jirak.
Unless he breaks my grapple, he can't move.
Oh, he's not moving.
Oh, okay.
1, 2,
He's
3.
detonating.
4. No, he's casting a spell. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's that. She's that. Oh. So I need Jirak, Jack, Summer, and Clarence to make strength saves DC 17.
Come on, I'm good at these.
What am I making?
Strength saves.
Ooh.
Oof, that was a 2.
Jesus, I'm good at these, man.
Okay. You all take 10 points of necrotic damage as these dark, black, shadow-like tendrils slice from the ground out of the stone and whip around you all as these arms of Hadar whip around.
It could have been worse.
Could have been.
At least it wasn't the other Hadar spell, the one that is just awful and disgusting and makes everyone blind. And then they get rubbed by milky tentacles.
Wondering what, hold on, let me just read the spell because he did cast it at a higher level.
I believe it also pushes people away, if I'm
Does it
not
push
mistaken.
people away? I think it might do. Higher levels, blah 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 blah. That tendrils creature 10 million. Oh, and you also can't take reactions, just so you know. Just take yeah, it just increases damage. It doesn't make anyone blind.
Alright.
But he's also I'm trying to think of what bonus action. He's also his eyes look at yours, Jack, and they seem to turn like a purple with a strange symbol in. You are now hexed.
Alrighty. Which ability checks do I have disadvantage on?
Ability checks. Probably got to be strength, I would imagine.
Not surprised.
Okay. I forget, with grapple, does he get a strength save each at the end of his turn?
Sorry, what?
Oh no, you can just use an action to try and escape.
You can use an attack to try and break free if you have
No,
multiple
that's
attacks.
fine. He's just used that and that, so that's fine. He won't
But
use
otherwise, yeah, it's an action.
Yeah, he won't use his legendary yet. That's fine. Thorfinn.
Sorry, I was on the toilet.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Thorfinn has his turn now, which will be fun for you, Summer.
Where am I? This one.
Conversation will be, I'm sorry, Mads, explain to me how you killed my character.
Let's. Trying to see what he's actually got.
Well, he can run, but there are people in the way.
Yeah.
So he could gorge, but that could be at risk of others. He would have stealth attack and advantage. Does your grapple give other people advantage, Jack?
Only if I spend an action to restrain him.
Sure, no worries.
Which I haven't.
So he's gonna come around this side and use his rapier. And he gets sneak attack, yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
You got an ally within 5 feet.
Nice.
It's a non-magical weapon, right?
Oh! Yeah.
That's fine. It's good. Still good.
And then I'm gonna use cunning action to disengage and run away.
So, let me just see. As he attempts to leave, he's going to use one of his reactions. And he is going to attack. Where is it?
You disengaged, didn't you? Well, I was going to say Summer, but Thorfinn.
Did you disengage?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you disengage. I thought you just.
No, I said disengage and then run away.
Okay. Let me just see. Even if you take the disengage action before leaving your reach, so you still get hit. So it's 22, which I think is a hit. And that is 7 points of slashing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Nice. It's okay, I'm not frightened.
Does he still get to run away?
No.
No.
Reduce your hit point, your speed to 0. Okay. Jirak, you're frightened.
I am. Right. Taking a cue from Summer. As I'm frightened, I cannot move any closer to Maclith, but since I am a spear master, I can extend my reach using a bonus action. So, bonus action, grab my spear by the blunt end, and I am going to aim over Maclith's shoulder and try and jam it into the force field behind him and see if I can't get a bit of cracking going on.
Okay. So you're going for the wait. You can't move any closer to the target intended.
Yeah, but that's why I've used my bonus action for Spearmaster. I can basically give myself reach, so I would be able to
Okay.
assuming I'm counting the squares right. But
They're
I can't
roughly
get any
thereabouts,
closer,
yeah,
but I
that's
can.
fine. Okay. Yeah, sure. So go ahead and make your attack. Let's see how potent you hit it.
23 points, or 23 to hit for 10 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay, and this is the blood spear, correct?
That is the blood spear.
Okay. It does give a crack. You don't see any damage necessarily, but it did react, and you didn't get any kind of push from it.
Okay.
It didn't go through either. That's another thing.
It just dinked off, but
Yeah.
I didn't get zapped by anything.
No.
Do I get the impression that if I kept doing that, that maybe a small summer-shaped doorway would appear in the wall?
Yeah, it's hard to know.
I'm not going to hedge my bets. I'm going to just try and smack Macalith with the second attack then. Obviously, I've got disadvantage, but here's hoping.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh, and it's a nat 1. Sorry,
It is a
I've
nat 1.
been neglecting my duties. Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
I'm unlucky.
Where are we?
I swear, if you just stab Jack in the back.
Oh. That's alright, he'll just shit himself like we all did.
Yeah, it's only ever been. I think there's a roll a d10. If you get a 1, then it's no. Unless you get a 1, it's just urine. I think is the wording of it.
1d20, please, Jirak.
Edibin.
What we got? Okay. Either deflected or shield. Go ahead and roll the damage. You've done the damage for the blade.
15 points of piercing.
So. Half it.
7.
That you take 7 points of damage.
Okay. I stabbed myself, not anyone who was going to hold a vendetta against me.
Wound.
I deserve this for drinking blood.
Okay, anything else from you?
No, I think that's going to be everything.
Okay, Goblana.
Right, okay. So there's nothing coming out the crystals, right?
There's no light coming from the crystals, no.
Okay. And the Macalith that we've got with us here, does he seem solid to look at?
Yeah.
Cool, right.
You can't see through him.
Cool. And where to's Eben at the moment? Because that's the look after Eben was my command from Summer.
By your side. Give me one moment. I'll try and drag a thing
Okay.
onto the...
Cool. So I'm going to move. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to cast Thorn Whip. No, actually, no, wait. Is Macalith wearing anything armor-like?
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. I'm going to heat metal him.
Okay. Just putting in mind, so are you posting it in the chat so I can see the spell? I can never remember the full elements.
Hang on, how do I do that?
This is just fire, isn't it? It's just heating him up.
So you take half damage anyway. It would be fire damage, yeah.
Okay. You see the
something,
armor
but you know-
begin to glow in terms of a heated sort of reaction. Macalith kind of seems to continue to smile at Jack, who has him grappled.
Oh.
I would imagine any kind
Sorry.
of reaction to heating his armor would also affect the person grappling them. Would it be safe to say? Yeah. So half of 13.
Yep.
Thanks, Goblana.
I hate everything. Yeah. Sorry, Jack. At least it's half damage.
Do me a favour. How long does that spell last? Does it say?
Pardon?
Is it just an instantaneous spell?
It lasts for up to 1 minute. Concentration though, so I'll have to keep rolling.
Okay, good to know.
And then
And I can't actually take reactions, so I can't release him until my turn.
sorry, Jack.
She's not sorry.
I'm not. And then I'm gonna spend a couple of moving to about. I've spent 5 turns. I'm gonna spend another 10, do a movement to about here, hit him with a thorn whip.
Yeah, 24 hit. Yeah, okay, good to know.
And then I'm going to spend the rest of my movement and try and hide behind this pillar by here, just so he doesn't know where the spells are coming from and where I am.
I mean, you're already invisible.
I know, but he'll see where it's coming from and hear me speaking it. So I'm just hiding where I can. Also, do tieflings? I know they've got resistance to fire. They're not immune though, are they?
Usually they're not
What?
immune.
Oh,
For fuck's sake.
He's
Right.
got tons of cool, wicked shit on.
He has already used about 2 feats, from what I can tell, and that's from my vague remembrance of how they work. Oh wait, scratch that. 3: Sentinel, Mobile, and something else that I've just forgotten. So at the very least, he's higher level than us,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
among other things.
Okay, just looking at some of the things he can do. Okay, yep. Cool. Kega.
Kega has a theory. Kega is going to try and use, let me see, charge, which comes with a free shove included in the attack, to try and run, leap, cling on to Maclith and like sort of take him to the ground as she hits him.
I'm trying
And-
to push him through the.
And well, mostly trying to see if, while attached to Maclith, if she could get through as well.
Okay.
So that is a DC 14 strength save,
Bye, Jack.
19 to hit. Well, if my theory is correct, Jack comes with, and it will be just Jack and Kega and Maclith on the other side of the wall.
1 moment. What save is it again? Sorry.
Strength save, only 14, but if we get lucky.
Okay. Why did that not do anything? That's because it's there. Okay. So as Kega hits Macliffe, attacking him, pushes Mac back. Is that right?
It's a shove, so technically it goes prone. But from what I can see, he's sort of like up against the wall anyway. So I'm thinking if he goes prone, it might his head might go through or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, keep in mind, each square is 5 feet square.
Is the intention on Kegger going through the barrier with Mackleth?
Not like the entire way through, but the idea I have is that while she is sort of holding on to Mackleth, anything he is in contact with can also pass through it. So maybe like her head goes through
it's
before
a good thought process. It's
coils
a good thought
back,
process.
sort of thing.
So at some point there is an element of passing, whether it just be head or whatever. But yeah, I get where you're going on. So she does shove Mac back. He did fail. However, there is an almighty crack as both Kegger and Jack are shoved back from the reaction of the energy of this orb. They also take 11 points of force damage each.
Fuck. Okay, didn't work. Well, we know it doesn't work.
Now he's Mac is looking and assessing everything. I'm sorry to say that it would appear that no one normally can pass the barrier.
Okay, right.
There is a way, but you just haven't worked it out. Clarence,
as far as I'm
currently
aware,
Mackleth is behind a barrier. What would you like to do?
So there's a way to get in. We haven't figured it out. Is this a visible barrier?
You can see a very faint energy emanating into an orb shape barrier.
And is the orb complete?
Oh yes.
So there's no roof and there's no hole
Nope.
if I climbed up the chains.
I mean that's a option, but you still don't see any access point.
I've got no fucking idea. I'm gonna hold my action and attack if he comes back out.
Okay.
But I'm also gonna say, I grew a beard since we last met. Kind of show it to him.
I shaved yesterday morning.
Summer.
Okay. I'm going to call Evan over and try and get him to blink me through.
Come, Evan. Here, Evan.
And over to here.
Sorry, point that out again.
To here. If it's going to do it. Fuck you. Here.
To the opposite side of the barrier.
We're inside the barrier, though.
Inside the barrier.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Eben comes over. His form is really blurred. You go to grab him, and you go to grab where you think he is, and your hand kind of passes through him. And then you go to where you think he might not be, and you manage, luckily, to grab him.
Oh!
Just off chance. So, how far can Eben blink?
He can go up to 40 feet.
Okay. You might not get quite as far as that. So,
Yeah.
you do blink.
Yeah.
And put in mind that Eben hasn't blinked very often.
You end up on the other side of the circle. Still outside the barrier, just not in it.
Yeah.
Definitely going to appear inside a wall or some shit.
Let me
Oh, shit.
roll. Let's see how well I
Oh boy.
where's my dice? Yeah, okay, fine. Where I wanted. Yeah, so you blink and you end up here.
You fucking prick. God damn it, cat. I'm just gonna sort of look at him and just, what the fuck, man? That's not what I said.
He seems to be displacing more frantically at you telling him
Oh, I'm sorry.
off. Handsome Jack.
Between the heat metal and the freaking cats, and he just declared, I tried to come back and help. Looks like it. Fine. You guys want this one? You can have this one.
Oh
I'm
no.
going to activate my arm.
Okay. And what
I'll
follows?
message you what he does next.
Okay, good to know.
If he fucking darts
so-
out, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. Okay, Jack, you don't necessarily have to do the initial part to do what you want to do, but you managed to do it.
I'm trying to stick with in character knowledge.
Okay, sure, no worries. So Jack activates his armor that seems to begin to glow in these glyphs. You've witnessed it before, very briefly, before he vanishes.
You wanker.
He
Cunt.
then...
Oh.
are you staying? Wait, are you staying? Oh, okay, yeah. He's staying ethereal. Okay. Being that one of you has been to the ethereal plane, and you should know who you are if you remember, you can see Jack.
I mean, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Well, one of you has died very briefly.
I think it's me.
Was it Clarence?
Was it me? Was it me?
Yeah, it was.
Yay!
But yeah,
I point at him. Can I point at him and say? And I do that whole kind of point at my eyes, point at his eyes.
It's like, I see you.
Yeah,
well,
but
if you
subtly,
can,
so that Malika, so that the other bad guy can't.
if you can see it, what you would see is him sinking down into the ground and then raising up out of the ground on the other side of the bear.
Oh, you sneaky shit.
Clarence isn't. Oh, he's just like, wow.
Seeing Clarence like start winking and nodding towards what we can see as nothing, I ask him if he's having a stroke, and then tell him it's not the time. Focus up. You can have a seizure later.
Was
I
that your
just-
turn,
Also,
Jack?
it was an action to activate the armor. Before I end my turn, though, I will use my bonus action for a second.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
Now it's the end.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Not seeing you enter the room, Jack, Macalif looks at the rest of the group after you've like seemingly like vanish. You see Macalif turn to a silvery mist as he appears by Goplana.
Misty step.
Lana's just really, really quiet right now. Just really like trying to not move a muscle.
He does
Oh, shit.
swing with his blade, Goplan, with a woeful look in his eye.
I don't give a shit if he's woeful.
24.
Yeah, of course it does.
He has
10 above my
advantage,
AC.
so that's 8 points of slashing, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
8.
At 8 points, yeah.
Good.
Don't forget your Constitution. Oh. He's dropping now.
Yikes.
Okay. Yeah, you are frightened.
DM, did I get another wisdom save at the end of my turn to avoid the frighten, or is it just lasting?
You can roll it now if you wish.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, is it wisdom or constitution?
This is
It's the same.
Constitution.
Yeah. 15?
Yes, that's the DC.
I'm no longer frightened. Good.
Is Lana frightened because of the attack?
Yeah.
Constitution. Oh,
Yeah.
Fab, sorry, I cut out.
Yeah. So, where are we? There's my thing. There we go. Mac left, done that. Okay. Thorfinn.
Fuck. Okay. He's just gonna run at him.
What, Gore?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead. Do you know how it works? A 16 does not hit.
Oh fuck. So he's just run at him. Nothing.
Anything else? Because is that a bonus action?
Oh shit. I don't know what the fuck my screen is doing.
So it'll be there for now.
Yeah. That was a bonus action. Oh no, he has to dash before he can make it.
Yeah, so that was his dash.
Yeah, so he can't do anything else. Whoops.
That's all right. Jirak.
Okay. With my brand new unfeared self, bonus action. Hunter's Mark on Macalith.
Okay.
Run around this way to flank for advantage. That is my last anything of the day. That was my last favoured foe, Hunter's Mark, and I have had no spells for some time. And then I'm going to make 2 attacks with advantage with the Blood Spear. 24 and 21. For a total of 27 points of piercing damage. And then I'm going to Action Surge and attack him 2 more times. And ask him How do you like that then, bitch? As he takes another 15 points of piercing damage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait, shit, I forgot to add Hunter's Mark on all that. Sorry, guys. Add another 13 on top of that.
Nice.
So 28 plus 27. Don't know what that is in total. Do some maths. 55 points of damage in total if you want to do it at once.
Shit.
Nice.
Big boy numbers.
Yeah, I mean, you do see a few, like the impacts are definitely taking a toll on him. He's definitely bloodied now.
I lick my lips as I see the blood flow from
Yeah.
his wounds and then realise what I'm doing.
Whoa.
And catch myself. And that's my whole turn, but I'm just...
Yeah, I mean, he's going to use reaction.
I'd be insulted if he didn't.
Of course, it's nothing spectacular, but it's a little. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw DC 17.
Trying to remember if I have advantage from anything. No, 11.
Okay, you take 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 29 points of fire damage.
29. Okie dokie.
This is hellish rebuke.
Minus 20 is 30. Minus 4 is 30. 25. Hoo-ha.
Um, she's just gonna look at him and go, "What the hell, man? I don't even know you." And then, because she has no idea who this is realistically, that she just knows that everyone else seems to hate him. She's gonna slam the, well, not slam. She's gonna touch the pendant to the stone and hope that it will do something.
As a bonus action?
If it's a bonus action, I'll take it as a bonus action.
Let me see. If that is a bonus action. You're interacting with something. No, that's an action.
All right, I'll take it as an action.
Nothing seems to happen.
Okay, cool. I can't touch him, right? And I can't do anything to...
You can't. One moment, let me review it. Where are we? Go away. Frightened. Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is in line of sight. The creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So you can't move any closer, and if you wish to attack him, it'd be a disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, well, ignore that. Getting a bit excited.
Hoping, are we? Then, if she's frightened, she's gonna, thunder wave him.
Okay. That's a line, isn't it? Or cone?
It's a square.
Oh.
Sorry, Thorfinn.
So are you doing it just on that brick? So you get Jirak as well, no?
It's 15 foot, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Constitution
I'm doing
saving
really
throw.
well here.
Now, what is it you're casting?
Oh, is it 5 foot? I don't know. Hang on, give me a second. One
It
of
says
the
15
thunders
foot
is 5.
cube.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have to like move to like here, and even then, that's very cheesy.
Yeah.
And I think you might provoke an attack
21.
opportunity.
I take half damage, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, literally landing the friendly fire. Well, 6 points then.
Good to know. You guys also need to make the same. So Thorfinn needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Also, Summer.
Yeah, I've already done Thorfinn's one.
Oh, so you did.
Oh,
I didn't even
lovely.
see that.
19. Okay.
So
Whittling
it's
me
half
down.
damage.
Whittling me down.
Once you end your turn, Goplana,
Mm-hmm.
the stone begins to glow.
You piece of shit! Why did you do that a moment ago? Fuck's sake!
Kega.
Is it? Oh.
Now, what can Kega do? I think there's only one thing for it. I would say dogpile, but it seems out of touch. Charge with Hunter's Mark with all the bonuses. Is 17 going to hit?
What did I say? I think it was 18. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's 18, so no.
Damn. Then I think that is Kega done. Yeah. She gets cooled down, but she does hit, but it requires her to actually hit. So that's it.
Dude. Clarence.
I'm gonna rage and run in.
Yeah.
I'm angry that I didn't get to him.
Beard is like waving in the breeze as you run ragefully towards Macalef for your attack.
I'm gonna run between Thorfinn's legs.
Yeah, slide like proper like baseball.
Yeah, and then just I'm gonna uppercut him with my maul in the dick.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, go for it. Sweet.
Twenty-three points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna do that again.
Go for it.
And hold on. 8 of that is radiant. I don't know if that makes a difference.
It does.
Putting that,
Does make a big difference. Lovely.
all of it's magical. 8 of it is radiant. 16.
16 does not hit.
Oh, you bastard.
Sorry.
All right.
It's like you went for his testicle, but since the first hit, he's now moved like
His
slightly to the
testicles have
left.
disappeared.
Yeah. Up inside.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
everything for me.
Wonderful. Summer.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up Eben
Mhm.
and hold him so that they're nose to nose, and she's gonna say to him, "I need you to get me inside the barrier, so I need you to calm down. Can you do that?"
Go and make a animal handling check with advantage.
With what?
Advantage,
Oh yes,
because he's your cat.
he's a precious meow.
Okay, so just so you know, it is your action to pick up Eben. It is your bonus action to request him to make an action. As you both touch noses, he begins to stop displacing, sneezes, and
Oh, yeah.
you find yourself
Oh
inside
yeah.
the barrier.
Sup, bitches? And I'm not gonna say anything. Can I move?
No.
Nope. Fuck. It's all good, bro. I'm inside the barrier now.
Handsome Jack, if you please.
Handsome Jack is going to come out of etherealness as he moves up to next to the prone form of Macalith and the serpent.
No, don't do it.
Completely asleep.
Don't do it.
As he
Do it.
scans the group,
Don't do it. Do
scans the group and spots Gaplana there. He says, tell your friends it's been real fun, kiddo, but I'm afraid I have a little conversation with your friend here and his little dog too.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to place one hand on each of them and then overclock my arm.
Yes. So, you all witness, after battering a duplication of Macalith, you hear the voice of Jack within the orb speak to you all as you turn to look at him and heed his words, him placing his hands on both the Cerberus of Batar and the sleeping Macalith. His armor begins to click, 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 glows bright purple energy and just explodes to a bright white light. You see a silvery swirl of energy that seems to disappear in its wake as they are all gone.
The fuck?
Is it me? Or has he just fucked off into fuck knows where with a fucking Cerberus that can break any bond?
As you still, like, some of you can see what's happened. You can see in the peripheral Macalith's duplication, and you can see like elements of his skin begin to flake and like flitter away as the spell fades.
Oh, by this point, Summer is fucking screaming and throwing things.
Summer, please make me a perception check.
A what?
A perception check.
Perception.
You guys have no idea how long I've been waiting to do this.
Oh, Summer is so angry.
Summer, there is something still within this orb that is now beginning to break apart and deteriorate around you on the floor by where Macalith was laying.
What? Yeah, okay.
On the floor
Yeah.
by where Macalith was
Something
laying
doing.
is a single red blade. Attached to the hilt is a chain.
I'm gonna pick it up.
You pick it up. It is Macalith's blade. And it is also has a trinket attached to a chain on the hilt of the blade that looks like a key.
Oh
without
yeah, I'm gonna get that
teeth.
scroll out.
You're doing that now.
Yeah.
Okay. As you begin to realize what you're doing, the orb of energy dissipated. Each of the white orbs begin to flicker and re-emit light around you, and you hear relocation in 5,
Oh, God.
4, and each countdown, the room begins to rumble more and more severely. 2, 1, and everything just shuds. You all are knocked prone to the ground. Relocation successful. So you wish to open.
Yeah.
You would do something I have no notes for, wouldn't you? Open at least. Where are you, Summer? Summer. As you slot into the socket that you believe to be a keyhole,
Mm-hmm.
the case clicks, and you hear the whisper of Nessus Vis.
Do I understand it?
It sounds familiar. It sounds infernal, but it sounds deeper, like more ancient.
Hmm.
And as it opens and you see inside the case itself, there seems to be a single roll of parchment, but there's a light that kind of blinds you just slightly, almost like a flash from a camera. And instantly you can see symbols just floating around you in primordial and infernal. They kind of seem to interlink and displace. And you can almost instantly tell what this case is capable of. This case, you can trap beasts or a beast into this case. It devours a beast of your choosing, and you can call upon it. You can also cast Dispel once a day. It opens portals to the 9 hells once per day. If you become attuned to this case, now that you can open it, it will add 2 to your AC and 1 to your dex. If the power of this case is not used once per day, the case can heal fully 1 companion, or it can give you 10 temporary hit points, or it can give you advantage on your first attack that is not yet made against a target that has not yet made an attack. If these traits are used, the case will lock until a long rest. The parchment contained within inside, would you like to read it? Summer. It is in Infernal, which you do understand. It states a ledger, a documentation, the Iron Duke's plan to defile the material plane behind Asmodeus's back, in hope that the other dukes will bend the knee and crown him the new ruler of the 9 hells. Knowing that Asmodeus has become weak and has not made an attempt like this on the material plane, Dis has become bold and want to rule 9. Dis has already taken out the ruler of Avernus and Manurus without alerting Asmodeus. Dis's own minions are watching over the layers of hell, one of which he has promised to the crawling king. You also know this case to be owned by the Lady of Pain. There's a deeper, unharnessed power to the case that you can't access. It's her full and she wants it back. That is all.
I'm tempted to do something real stupid.
Like?
Fuck it, she's angry. She's gonna do it. She's gonna try and open a portal
What portal?
to Dis.
Okay. As you focus to draw the power from the scroll, there you can hear everyone else can hear this as well, by the way. You can hear a cracking of stone and a tear, a shift, as a rift begins to rip into the fabric of the air, the middle of this room. There's no wall that it's attached to. It just seems to break a rift in the space. And you see beyond it, Summer, the rivers of lava, the stones heated from the ground, and the tower in the center of a city far away, in the plains of Dis.
She's just gonna look to everyone and say, "You don't have to come with me, but I'm going to kill him."
You're going to try, and you're going to fail.
I'm going to kill him.
Eventually, maybe, but now I don't think is the time to be trying it. Maybe we should at least take a long rest first. Think it over.
Oh, Summer's pissed. She's beyond thinking.
I'll put the kettle on.
She's fuming, and as you're talking to her, she's just gonna start walking towards the rift.
Oh shit! Right, fine. Hey, Summer. Why don't we take a long rest and just think it out for a bit? Yeah.
She's not listening to any of you.
Oh no.
Hit with that whole person.
Charm
She's-
person.
No.
Nice.
Can I try and knock her out with my maul?
So you all rush, I'm guessing you all rush to her.
Okay, guys, faster than me.
Yeah, we're all gonna stop her.
So
Whereabouts is the rift?
right in the center of the room. You also need to make a wisdom save, Summer.
Me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You are charmed.
You're a camp.
Sean, let's just come and take a bit. Have a think about it. I know it's been hard, but let's just deal with our wounds for a little bit, and then we can go and kick the shit out of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds lovely.
That's exactly how I imagine it. Oh dear.
Has someone
Guys,
replaced
Get killed.
I think that's a wonderful place to end today's session.